here, Finn.
Hey, Finn.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy?
He's adorable. What kind of dog? Is it a collie or?
He's a border collie Aussie mix.
I am very excited today to welcome to Molner's table actor Amanda Seyfried. You may know Amanda from her role as Karen in Mean Girls or Sophie in Mamma Mia. So how did we get her on Molner's table? I have no idea. But she's here and we're really, really excited. We thought it would be fun to do Amanda Seyfried in 60 seconds. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. Dogs or horses?
Dogs.
New York or LA?
New York.
A favorite movie?
My favorite movie of all time is still to this day Romeo and Juliet with Leo and Claire Danes.
A recent book that you loved?
I did Untamed by Glennon Doyle. It was beautiful.
Yeah. A favorite ABBA song?
Mamma Mia.
Oh, well,
Mamma Mia, here I go again.
Something people don't know about you that would surprise them?
I'm really, really great at the robot.
Any role you turned down and regret?
Yeah. Do I regret it? Maybe I don't regret it, but my agents sure do. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Sophie Sheridan or Karen Smith?
Karen Smith.
I have to ask you, I'm seeing a lot of dogs and goats and horses and even turtles in your Instagram. So I'm guessing you're not in the West Village in New York City. Where are you camping out these days?
No, I haven't been in the city since November. God, I do miss it. We live upstate. It's kind of where my daughter goes to school when school happens. And we're residents here now. It's kind of amazing. I live upstate on a farm, so it's what I always wanted. I kind of put roots down in 2014 here, and now with this pandemic especially, we've been able to just stay. We don't even get on the train to go to the city yet.
Tell me a couple things you miss about New York City.
I miss walking around. I miss the smell. I miss running into people in the lobby of our building. I miss going across the street with my dog, Finn, to the coffee shop and having a conversation with somebody outside of my family. The socialization aspect of this pandemic, or the lack thereof, has been, a struggle, I'm sure, for everybody. And I just miss going anywhere to a park.
Take me through a typical day. What are you doing up there in upstate New York? Who takes care of all the animals, by the way?
Well, I usually get up around 8:30 and I feed the animals. My mom lives with us. She's our nanny. My life is awesome because she is the third parent for us. God, I am so lucky. I know I am. And so when my daughter gets up, she either comes in our room or she goes downstairs. And if we're still sleeping, it's great because she can hang out with my mom. She wakes up early. I get up, I feed the animals. I recently completely trained Tommy, my husband, to be able to feed. He knows everything now. He can do everything. So these days it's been me waking up and going downstairs and drinking coffee and hanging out with my daughter, and then Tommy feeding. And you know what? Our family's still together. It's a pandemic. I definitely think my marriage is even stronger, which is not, it's harder. This is hard for people.
So let's talk a little bit about your recent films, because you were just in a film that my buddy wrote and directed. So we have that in common. We both love Dave Koepp. He's amazing. And I talked to Dave about your role, and he said such nice things about you. He points out scenes where you're so good in it in such subtle ways, like when you admit to the affair in this very sort of cold, nonchalant way.
Interesting. I saw that as some bad acting on my part, but that's very kind of him. He's been so nice about it, and I'm just thinking maybe I could have tried a little harder there. That's of course I cannot be objective, but listen, it's a psychological thriller, which is my favorite kind. And I think he did a great job.
Now I know you're playing Marion Davies, who's a 1920s actress and the mistress of newspaper tycoon William Randolph Hearst. And let's just put up on the screen Marion and Amanda, because I think, you guys are dead ringers. It's unbelievable.
Really? I thought my eyebrows could have been a little thinner.
Maybe.
But no, I mean, listen, that whole look, it was really hard to get right. But of course, when you're playing somebody in history, the thing isn't to try to look identical. The thing is to try to get that, the essence. And so I tried not to worry too much about that. But oh my God, was it so fun to play her. It's just the luckiest opportunity. I'm so lucky that I got to do that and that we finished it on February 21st.
Wow, that's amazing. Because there's nothing going on, right? There's no TV or film. Is there anything?
Oh my God. I thought there was nothing going on. Apparently there's so much going on.
Really?
Apparently there's stuff happening all over Europe.
And of course the U.S. is sort of, just my opinion, I think we've messed this whole thing up a little bit.
We?
Well, the government maybe.
Yeah, no, I've decided that I am no longer a we. I am no longer a we. Like, this isn't on me. This is not on you.
This is a him, not a we?
This is a them. This is a they. This is a put your ego aside and stop letting people die. Because I do think that they are allowing people to perish for the sake of the election, and that's a fact.
I want to ask you about War Child, which I think sounds like an amazing organization. I know you're part of that. Is that something you're still actively involved in?
Yeah, I mean, War Child, so our main organization that we are on the board of is Inara, and they're doing amazingly right now in Beirut. I mean, they're in Beirut, and they provide medical assistance to children who have been wounded in war or in refugee camps or whatever. Like, everything is direct. They're your money goes straight to where it needs to go to help, with schooling, and especially with COVID, in COVID times, it's giving them what they need. You're
busy, so you may not have seen this, but Katie hosted this reunion of Parent Trap with Nancy Meyer, and she got the whole cast together. She had Lindsay Lohan.
Oh my God.
Has there been a Mean Girls reunion?
No, I don't know why. There's no time like the present. I think it's genius that Katie did this now, because listen, there's no other time where people are really paying attention to things that are happening virtually, obviously, because that's all we have. So that would be really fun to do. Lacey and I keep in touch. Lacey was like my first close friend, in Hollywood. She's so wonderful. And Danny and Jonathan, because Jonathan was getting people together for certain charity events over the years. So he's been kind of the glue. But it would be really nice if we all could if she could
make it happen. We're there.
Yeah.
We'll even get the big gun, Katie. Finally, Amanda, I want to play a little game, a version of what we call What's My Line? I'm going to read a line from a film that you were in, and you tell me what film it was. Should be pretty simple.
Yeah.
Does he know I'm alive? Do I know if he's real? Does he see what I see?
Oh, that's Les Mis.
What I feel.
But you should have sang it. I don't know, John. I don't know why you didn't sing that. But it's Les Mis.
Correct. I don't care if you've slept with hundreds of men.
Oh, that was Tamara and Mamma Mia.
I'm going to read the line before your line. We would like you to try to recall your line. We'll see. You may not have any idea, but we'll see where it goes. What are you?
I'm a mouse. Duh.
Correct. Ding, ding, ding.
I'm a mouse. Duh.
I think we can stop
can quote
there.
them.
I don't even need the last one. You got that. That's a very famous line, and you nailed it.
Yeah, I hope I remember that.
Amanda Seyfried, thank you so much for doing this. It's wonderful to see you.
It's good to see you too. Thanks.
I'm glad you and Tommy are doing well in quarantine, and we hope to see you in New York City soon.